Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Divine Speaker. Last time I left you guys off right as we were entering Vox's manor again. The door was left open and the lights were off, so we came to investigate because Rain didn't learn his lesson from the last time he did this, but I'll just replay the voice line.
Oh, I found these earlier too.
Found what earlier? I heard Sign fumbling with something before a candle lit up the room.
Here you go, Rain. Hold this.
Oh, sure.
He handed me a candle and I took the lead. The entryway was no different to how it looked the previous night, but something felt wrong, different. Without Nox, it seemed hollow, lonely, forgotten. My mouth felt dry when I tried to swallow.
Hello?
What are you trying to swallow?
Nox!
Let's search some of the
Oops.
rooms. He might still be around.
I didn't mean to cut off Sign, but he was being annoying.
You don't think anything happened to him, do you?
Noxy, Nox! Where are you?
Why is his route the only one that's finished right now with voice acting?
You stop yelling like that.
Why?
What do you mean, why? It's annoying and you're too noisy.
No one else is complaining about it.
Honey.
I think you're just being mean.
Are you deaf? Can you not hear me? I'm complaining.
They're just too polite to tell you to shut up. Mouse boy, it's annoying, right? Come on, back me up here.
He didn't respond. We opened a door that led further into the house. Still no sign of Nox. Each step echoed through the room, the only sound apart from my heart that beat loudly in my ears. In this dark, empty house, time felt like it stretched on forever. In that infinite time, I had a thought. Someone as important as Nox. Why wouldn't he have a house filled with maids or servants? Is he important? Who is he exactly? Did they explain? I don't think they did. But no, he just lives here alone. I wonder how long his parents have been gone for. We continued further into the silent house. The flickering candlelight left the walls covered in dark shapes, moving in time to the flame. In fact, we could actually look at this little codex here, apparently. I guess we're already on people. Okay, Nox. Who the hell is he? Yeah. We know nothing. So we don't know he's important. Did I read this? I already did. Last night, we didn't have the chance to look around or explore. The first level alone was bigger than the orphanage I grew up in. I wonder how big it truly is. The next door we pushed open let out a loud, low groan. Dust swirled around us as we made our way inside.
What? You finally done yelling?
He was oddly silent, too.
Thank the gods he's finally quiet. If he kept going at that pace, his jaw would have fallen off.
He's dead now. I raised the candle up in front of me, and we finally saw the room that we entered. Dust covered every surface, and cobwebs hung from every corner. Some expensive-looking furniture lay discarded around the room, but most were covered with white sheets.
What's this?
A large portrait took up most of one of the walls, but it was covered up. When I reached out to touch the sheet, I found that it was also coated in dust. It had obviously been covered up for quite a long time. With a foreboding feeling in my chest, I rested my hand against that dusty white sheet. One look couldn't hurt. Gingerly, I pulled the sheet away from the wall, watched it be him, or rather Prince Caspian, who's his dad or something. I don't know.
It's...
And it looks like him. A portrait, a woman with dark hair tied back neatly on top of her head. Her face was a serious, perfect model for painting. A tall man stood beside her, no hint of a smile. A neat beard with short hair cropped. He stared straight through me. In front of them, a young child with black hair and glasses. He looked just as serious as the other two, but his eyes gave him away. He looked sad beyond words. Every stroke looked masterful, a perfect painting if such a thing was possible. Whoever painted this was talented. The colors were mellow and the mood, it seemed almost somber, but it was still beautiful. A sad beauty like the last sign of autumn before winter. Then, this must be Knox and his parents. Without thinking, I raised a hand to touch the portrait. The surface was bumpy against my fingers. You don't touch paintings with your bare hands, you bastard.
Are you seeing this? This must be Knox many years ago.
I turned around, holding my candle out in front of me. Watch all my friends be gone. The room was empty apart from me. What are you guys doing? Get back here. We're in a spooky mansion. The first rule is don't fucking split up. Damn white boys.
Guys,
Fuck, the
that's not
curtains
funny.
are going
Come on out.
crazy. Oh, you guys can't see the curtains going crazy, but they're going crazy.
Guys?
I searched the room desperately, but no one responded to my calls. A cold sweat ran down my back, gluing my shirt down almost instantly. My heartbeat picked up, echoing through my head. Jesus, I need to blow my nose. Okay, it's okay. They must be close by, right? There's nowhere to go after all. We just got a little split up. It's not the first time that's happened. I clenched my fist tighter around the candle. Yeah, I'm fine. Keep telling yourself that. In the distance, a dog barked noisily. I glanced back towards the door I came through previously, then to a door that led further into the house. Should I wait here? Go back? Keep searching? Do I choose? No. What would Leos do in this situation? He wouldn't be a pussy. Be smart, Rain. This is no time to panic. I walked back towards the door I came from, resting my fingertips on the cold handle. The reasonable thing to do would be to go back and find the others. They're probably looking for me anyway. I mean, I don't think so. Oh! I don't think so, since, like, they probably left you intentionally. But, you know, just get your ass eaten by Vox here in the shadows, why don't you? I pushed the door open and peered into the room that I had just left. It was empty. Bitch, it ain't no empty. If not here, where? Back in the entryway? They'll be searching for me, so I better go back. You really think they're gonna be searching for you? They're not. With the candle close to my body, I started back the way I came. Now that I think about it, when was the last time I saw them? Did I really manage to wander off by myself? It doesn't seem possible. They were right behind me. Down the hall, a door sat slightly ajar. I almost couldn't believe it when I noticed an orange glow coming from inside.
Leos? Fawn? Sign? Is that you?
Slowly, I peered through the doorway. It looked like the source of that light was a candle, sitting on a round table in the center of the room. It was still dark and hard to see far into the room, though. Okay, we're just not going to acknowledge the eyes. Swallowing my fear, I pushed the door open and entered the room. Tiptoeing, I approached the table. The room was dark with a slightly musty, stale smell, like old dry cum. No moonlight lit up the room. There wasn't a single window in sight. No, Rain doesn't even know what cum is. God. I put my candle down on the table next to the other one. When we got separated, did the others leave this here? Some old furniture littered the room, covered in white cloth. The flames flickered and swayed in a sudden light breeze, casting dancing shadows over the walls. Wait, a breeze? Did someone just shoot me in the back of the head? I spun around just in time to see the door being closed. Both the candles went out and I was plunged into darkness.
Who's there?
Even though it was impossible to see, my eyes darted around wildly. I tried to control my breathing, but my heart was basically in my throat. I shuffled backwards until I felt the table at my back. I have to relight the candles. Somehow. Wait, where are they? Just a second ago they were both...
Looking for something?
Yes. I jumped when a voice boomed directly next to my ear.
Who's there? Show yourself!
I searched through the darkness with little success. Where are they?
You look frantic. Don't tell me you're scared.
I don't know, let me get a look at you first, then I'll decide, if I'm scared, especially with your shirt off. That'll really help me know if I'm scared or not. The condescending voice cut through the silence, amused and jovial. I closed my eyes and tried my best to swallow the fear that had crept up inside me. I need to think. Think, Rain, think. If this is what it is, if this is what I think it is, I need to find the others. I need to draw them to me.
Stay back! Guys, I'm in here!
You're not even yelling that loud, sis. This is like one of those dreams where you try to scream but it only comes out as a whisper. A menacing laugh echoed through the dark room, cutting through the air. I clamped my mouth shut. He's mocking me. Even though I couldn't see, I could feel him close to me. A dark, evil energy radiated from him. I need to move, put some distance between us. I circled around the table. Just having it between us will give me some more comfort. Plus, there's not exactly anywhere else to go in such a small room. Gripping at the edge of the round table, I glanced around the blank space before me. He's here somewhere, but where? I need to light a candle. No signs of movement, not a single sound apart from my own shallow breathing.
Only a coward would hide in the shadows. Show yourself!
You're hiding too, bitch.
You've been having fun, haven't you? Stalking through the streets, playing detective. You must think yourself extremely clever.
Trust me, he's a dumbass.
Has no one ever told you that curiosity killed the cat?
But it also has 9 lives.
Clever? I haven't done anything impressive. Tell me who you are.
And why would I need to do that?
Hey, if you're gonna fuck me, at least tell me your name. A silence passed between us, and I had nothing to tell him. If only I'd used my time more wisely.
All that investigating yet you couldn't work out something so simple. He was wrong about you then. He thought you his savior.
Bruh. You're a demon now? A fire flicked to life on the other side of the table, lighting up the room.
Nox?
It seems it's finally time for our meeting, Rain.
All I wanted, all any of us wanted was to help you. We believed you. Why? Why would you?
Finally, I looked at Nox. The same outfit as always. The same hair, the same face. Bar one detail. His eyes, they were black. Darker than anything I'd seen before. Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
Who are you?
Didn't we already ascertain that?
The way he was speaking, the way he was acting, his eyes. They were nothing like the Nox I knew, which I only knew for like 30 minutes. So what's the truth? What am I seeing, or what am I hearing?
No. You're not Nox. You can't be Nox. Tell me the truth.
Your confidence is almost astounding. You don't seem to realize the situation you're in. Your friends are gone, abandoned. You have no one left to protect you.
What did, I forget what that green-haired douche's name was. Varys? No. Lilas? Is that his name? No, that's a woman's name anyway. Where is the green-haired man? Whatever. He told us something about... Oh, he's literally called green-haired man. Okay. Did he tell us to make sure we always keep our eyes on him, or to keep our eyes off him? It seems important in this situation to remember which.
And yet you think yourself in a position to question me freely.
Leos finds sign. Please. Please be safe. Bitch, they're safe. You're dead. I promise I'll find you soon. But that will only happen if I can get out of it. He thinks... What? Honey, you're the one who needs to be saved, not them.
The Nox you knew was nothing but a fake. That's the truth.
The Nox I knew was a fake? The way he begged us to help, desperate and afraid, that was all an act? No, I can't believe it. It's almost as if he's a completely different person. As if someone else was in his body. Okay, be quiet, I'm recording.
No. No, you're lying to me! You. What are you?
The last person you'll ever see.
I gripped onto the edge of the table with even more strength than before. It was the only thing keeping me standing at that point.
No! What are you? Are you even human?
Human? I haven't been accused of that in years.
Not human. That green-haired man. He mentioned curses and demons. Black eyes, tortured victims, hundreds of murders.
Even from across the room, you smell... divine.
Fresh boy pussy.
I can tell. You're special, aren't you? I'll make sure to savor every bite of you.
No, I have to keep him talking. That's what he told me to do. Don't take my eyes off him. Don't try to fight him. My only option is to keep him on the other side of the table. If it's true that he's not human, he'll overpower me if I get too close. Well, I think that would gonna happen regardless. Nox circled around the table, trying to approach me. I echoed his movements, moving further away. What can I ask? What can I say? Think about the victims, think about Nox's betrayal. Think about the business. What business? Business. Okay, let's talk about the business. I don't know what that's referring to.
I've heard a lot about the Muranos. How far-reaching their influence is. How much power they hold over Oxabor. Did you just throw all of that to the side?
Oh, their little business kept ticking along in the background. They made more money than you could imagine, but it was never enough. No, they became greedy. They acted like the town's kind benefactors on the outside whilst driving the competition out of town in secret. All the while, torturing me. Keeping me stuck in this godforsaken town.
What? What do you mean?
I mean that everything they earned was stolen from the hands of others. No matter where they go, they take and hurt, pillage, and kill. Don't you worry. I intend to keep this business going.
Why would he want to keep it going? Think about the victims. I mean, okay, I think he'll like it, but maybe that will distract him.
You killed all those people, right? How many?
Hundreds, thousands. I lost count. Months fade into years, into decades.
But it's impossible. You can't be any older than...
The age of this body is irrelevant.
Why did you kill them? How?
Why? Because they deserved it. Humans are repugnant, loathsome creatures. They push compassion aside out of greed and hate. They keep taking and again. They thirst for power not only at the cost of themselves, but others too. They're a disease to this planet. They're not worthy of living.
They're innocent people. They just wanted to live their lives. They didn't do anything to you.
They deceive each other for their own merit. They backstab and trick their way to the top, no matter the cost. It doesn't matter if they've harmed me or not. Given enough time, they'll harm everyone around them.
Your thinking is wrong. You can't punish everyone because of a few bad apples.
Watch me.
Go for it.
Why did you bother asking for my help in the first place? Why pretend if you were just going to do this?
No, I do need your help. I'd never...
Nox?
Don't interrupt my dinner.
Is that the real Nox? Are you both in there? What are you doing to him?
I don't need to do anything to him. He does enough to punish himself. He's never forgiven himself for how many lives these hands have taken. his fault or not.
Wait, what does that mean? Is he using Nox's body? Nox stared back at me quietly, watching my every move. If I even blink, will it be over? If I keep this up and he becomes distracted, then what? Do I run for the door? Will someone come for me? But if something's happened to Fawn, Leos, and Sign, no one else knows I'm here. No, there's no use in doubting myself now. I have to keep going. I have to survive. Again, he crept around the table towards me, not fast enough to try to catch me, but fast enough to let me run. He's enjoying stalking me. Think about Caspian. Why am I thinking about them? Shouldn't I be talking about them? But okay, I'll think about demons. A demon? Is that even possible? I don't want to believe it. I can't even begin to fathom it in my mind. That green-haired man, he knew more than he was letting on.
Tell me, are you from this world?
What world do you expect me to come from? When I was alive and long after my death, all I wished was to be free from this world. But reality is cruel. In my last moments, I thought to myself that I'd be free. Yet here I am.
Oh, well, you got cut off suddenly.
You're dead? I don't
Oh, this body is perfectly alive. But am I dead, alive, or somewhere in between, trapped?
His body is alive? Does that mean the real Nox is trapped somewhere inside of him? Then again, which is the real Nox? I don't understand. But...
You sound nothing like the Nox I know. You act nothing like him either. I can't believe that he was a fake. Tell me, are you a... demon?
His eyes flashed for a moment before returning to normal. I tensed my grip on the table, ready to run, but he made no move to reach for me.
You really are a clever one. Not a single other person has ever guessed. Either you know more than you're letting on, or you were tipped off.
A demon, evil incarnate, or so the stories go. By the look on his face, he wasn't messing around. But what is a demon? The most obvious answer is the opposite of a god, right? Is that what he is? He tapped his fingers on the table, snapping me out of my thoughts. At this point, he's helping me, because he helped me remember I need to fucking talk, dumbass.
Did you lie when you said you knew Caspian? When you told me you knew where he went?
That's strange. I don't think I ever remember mentioning him. After all, this is the first time we've met. Caspian, that wretched sorry man. Always running from his past, getting mixed in business that wasn't his own. He should have been mine to devour 18 years ago. I never lose my prey, and let me tell you, it won't happen again. He'll be a worthy substitute.
You said he was like a brother to you. Are you telling me that you didn't care about him, truly?
Caspian? Of course. He was my... No! A brother to me, never. No treacherous, filthy human deserves to live in my presence.
You're lying! I want to believe the man who told me how much Caspian meant to him!
You can believe whatever you want.
Okay, what about the Muranos?
What happened to the Muranos? I heard they were a powerful family, but all that's left is... you.
Scrape a spoon against the bottom of a barrel, and there you have the Muranos. Filth, dredge. They deserved all that happened to them, and everything that will continue happening to them.
Did you kill them?
Oh, just killing them would be far too kind. I fed upon their essence slowly, savoring every taste of their disgusting souls.
Fed upon their essence? What?
No one deserves to be slaughtered. No one deserves to be treated like that.
Really? Is that true? Tell me, if I said that I tortured your friends until they begged to be killed, would you want to slaughter me, yes? Why would your actions be excusable but mine not? For what reason does murder become justifiable, fair?
Never. It's never the right thing to do.
Come back and say that when you've been held against your will for hundreds of years, poked and prodded. When you've been used and abused. You haven't experienced the selfishness of mankind, have you? You haven't suffered at their hands. When your flesh has been peeled from your body, your blood drained and drunk by people you once swore to protect. Then, I'll listen to your opinion. Then again, you'll never get the chance.
If what he says is true, then the real Nox. But he speaks as if this isn't his body. And he says he's a demon, that the Muranos kept him trapped here and hurt him somehow. The real Nox. No, the Nox I know must still be in there somewhere. There must be something I can say to bring him out.
Nox. Nox, please.
That's it?
You
That's all you
must still
came
be
up
in there
with?
somewhere. I know you're still in there. What happened to the little boy who was best friends with Caspian? The one that looked up to him more than anyone else? What happened to the man who needed my help to fight against the evil in this town? He isn't gone. I won't believe it.
How many times do I have to tell you?
No! Don't say that you hate Caspian. And don't tell me that you're the real Nox. I don't want to hear it. If you don't help me now, I'll never find Caspian. Don't you want to see him again too?
I do. Rain, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I can stop him.
Nox! Nox, is it really you?
Bitch, run now. I peered into his face, lit up by the candlelight. His eyes were pink and looked pained. I ran to his side, throwing away the last of my doubt.
You have to run. I can't stop him. He'll kill you.
I can't just leave you here. I won't. What will happen to you if I run away now?
Don't try to be a hero. I can take it. I'm used to it. I'll hold him back. So you have to leave.
I looked towards the door. I could run. If I went fast enough, I could quickly leave town and be far away from his grasp. But Nox.
I told you I'd stop the murders. I said I'd find the culprit and save you. I won't take that back.
You're a fool. You worked it out. You solved the case, so I'll keep my end of the bargain too.
It would have helped if you just, told us that, it was inside you, but, you just sent us on a wild goose chase, but, it's fine.
The truth about me and about Caspian? No! You still think this boy can free you? You'll never be rid of me. Go away! Stay out of this! Rain, I wasn't always like this. When I first met Caspian, I was just a normal child. My family, hundreds of years ago, we lived in Sidkayam, but they were cast out. A disgrace to the other high houses. They were angry, resentful. They moved out here to Oxford, but along the way, I know this will sound hard to believe. Trust me, I didn't believe it either. They found something that shouldn't have been found. A god in the flesh. They found him when he was weak, and they dragged him by force back to Oxford. They kept him in a cage, excited about A possibility of revenge against the king. Shut up! Don't tell him about... They thought that eating his flesh and drinking his blood would give them longevity and power. But all it did was make the god bitter and angry. Who wouldn't be? Kept trapped for hundreds of years and more pain than you can imagine. He grew to hate humans. The isolation and mistreatment affected his mind, and he turned from the god of the hunt into a demon. He threw off his shackles and freed himself. His heart and mind were corrupted beyond repair. My family, he ate them. One at a time.
He ate them?
He didn't feast on their flesh, but instead their souls. They were scared, but they didn't want to lose the demon's power, so they struck a deal. In exchange for offerings, he would spare them and lead them some of his power.
Is that the demon you have inside your body? He used to be a god?
That's right. I'm sure you're wondering how it ended up like this, right? Caspian. He was meant to be their next offering. His name appeared, just like yours. I couldn't let him die. Not like that. Not when I can do something about it. You stole him from me! He was meant to be mine! Get out of my head! He didn't deserve it! He was my family. My parents. They would have sacrificed Caspian and Nox in a heartbeat. So I helped him escape. I warned him, and he managed to get away safely. Nox was... he was furious. He's still furious. I've never seen anything so angry. I was supposed to take Caspian's place and be eaten instead, but my parents begged him to spare me. I was their only heir. That was the reason they wanted me kept alive. If I had siblings, then... I don't understand it fully, but the body he was in was weak, deteriorating. So, my parents let him have half of mine. Every offering from then died at my hand. I couldn't stop him. My mother and my father both slaughtered because I couldn't control him.
Why didn't you tell me this in the first place? I could have done something.
I don't know what would have happened to you if I told you from the beginning. There's nothing you could do. It's too late for me. We've been together for too long. I don't think there's any way to separate us anymore. Asking for your help, it was a mistake. I never should have asked something so dangerous of you in the first place. You still have time. You need to flee, like Caspian did. To Sidkayam.
Where is Sidkayam again? I literally... was that the place we left? No. We left Aurelia Cavela. Yeah. Where the hell is Sidkayam? Capital. Okay.
And then what? You stay stuck here like this?
If you don't want to flee, then kill me. Or I cannot do it myself. It's the only way to put a stop to this once and for all.
Okay, but who's the one writing all the names up on the board in the middle of the town? Is the demon really doing this? Does he really have... Why is he doing that? He turned away from me and walked towards a wall where something lay hidden behind a cloth. He pulled the cloth down swiftly, revealing a large, ornate mirror. Gingerly, he raised a hand to touch his reflection.
I'm not... me anymore. I'm a monster.
Oh. With a crash, he smashed the mirror and his broken reflection stared straight back at him, Quickly, he came back to my side.
Take this. Don't be scared.
He took my hand and pressed a large, jagged piece of glass into my palm, closing my fingers around it carefully.
Kill me. Leave me to bleed out and die, then run. Don't ever come back here.
Bitch, kill yourself.
I won't! I won't do that to you! Nothing you say will convince me!
Why won't you understand? No matter how much I try, I can't do it myself. But it's the only way. Everyone in Oxyper will continue to suffer if you let me live.
You're more than just him! You're you! And I won't give up on you so easily!
Why don't we just lock you in a nice big cage again?
That's enough! I've let you run your mouth for far too long.
I tried to back away, but I was too close. There was no chance of escape.
Don't look away. You can watch whilst I rip this Caspian look-alike apart. I'm suddenly famished.
Let Nox go! Ugh!
Suddenly, my arm was yanked with a force that wasn't human. The shard of glass in my hand went flying across the floor. No matter how hard I struggled against him, I couldn't snatch my arm free.
Wait! Don't do this! Please, let me go!
He squeezed my arm even tighter. With only a single hand, he had me completely trapped. No, I've got to keep him talking and get away.
There's no point in struggling against me.
I won't let you get away from me again. He didn't want to say it.
Wait! Wait! Please, we can talk this through!
Oh, I hate that sound effect. My body curled in on itself when it killed all the tension in the scene. I'm sorry, it did.
Wait! Wait!
I'm sorry, it's done. The tension's gone. It flew out the window. My body curled in on itself when a strong blow was delivered to my stomach. I brought my free arm around my waist, clenching my teeth. It hurts.
You should be honored to be in my company, and yet you'll still try.
Oops.
You should be honored to be in my company, and yet you're still trying to escape. Get it through your head. I'm not letting you go. You will take Caspian's place.
Out of the corner of my eye, I could see the shard laying on the ground, not far from me. I could just reach it. That would mean killing both of them, though. I don't... Oh my god. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. My fingers are just... I don't know what's wrong with my fingers. I just keep touching things when they shouldn't.
What did you really do to my friends?
They're perfectly safe for now. I just sent them away. We don't want any interruptions after all. Don't be too upset about them missing out, though. I'll retrieve them when we're finished here.
Anger pulsed through my body in red waves of rage, but it just made me feel all the more useless. I couldn't even wrestle a single arm away, let alone save them. He smiled at me, enjoying the torment.
Stop smiling. They mean more to me than anything else.
Really?
If you hurt them, I won't let you go.
I was thrown roughly onto the table, my back against the wood. He loomed over me, holding me down. This is bad. I can't move.
Get off me! Let me go!
What a predicament you found yourself in,
Pop off his pants
Caspian
next.
copycat. You know, this is a real shame. I'm sure we could have been great friends in another lifetime. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? To be my savior. To redeem me. But life isn't a fairy tale.
I tried to pull my wrist from his grip, but it was pointless. This is how I die.
Nox! Please, please help me! Nox!
Should have ran when you had the chance, dumbass.
I won't let him help you. Not this time.
He flashed me a grin, and two fangs poked out over his bottom lip. Is this it? He'll rip me to shreds so easily. No, please. I'm not ready to die. Not yet. There's so much I don't know. So much left to see. There's nowhere left to escape to. No path out of this. He brought his face close to my neck.
Help! Please, someone!
I'm going to enjoy this. You smell delicious. Feel free to scream all you want. No one's going to save you.
His tongue ran down my throat, and I could feel his fangs scraping against me. He's going to rip out my throat. I'm going to die.
Nox, please!
Okay, now that's a scream. The door flung open abruptly, slamming so hard that it echoed through the room. Two silver blurs came flying through the door, straight towards the table. One lodged in the wood and the other in Nox's shoulder.
Ouch!
When I looked to the side, I could see a strange-looking dagger sticking out of the table. It looked different to Leos's, and it was only inches from my face. That almost hit me. Who's throwing daggers around like that? Nox let go of me, reaching up to remove the blade from his arm.
You know, it's terribly rude to interrupt someone when they're eating. A simple knock would have sufficed.
With the weight off my body, I rolled off the table and hit the ground. Quickly, I stood and backed away from Nox. He dropped the bloody dagger onto the table and turned his attention to the doorway. A figure stepped into the room, a serious expression on his face. Wait, really? Yeah, no surprise, dickhead. Green hair pulled into a fluffy ponytail, tumbled out over his back. A small bird sat on his shoulder. His usual teasing grin was gone. The bird flew from his shoulder straight at me and... Oof! A white cloud suddenly took up all my view. I coughed from swatting it away from my face. It dissipated apart from a small cloud that surrounded. Wait, what? I blinked a few times, but it didn't help me in understanding what I was seeing. What? Honey, put on some clothes. Oh, this is unnecessary. A second man stood in front of me, shielding me from Nox. It was like he jumped straight out of the clouds. His hair was the same color as a peach, and he had no clothes on, like he was completely nude. My head spun. What exactly is going on? Without delay, the green-haired man threw a bundle of cloth over his companion's shoulders before turning his gaze towards me. How did I go from being held down fighting for my life to this? What's going on?
What? What's going on? Who?
Freshly dressed in what looked like a poncho, he pulled on my wrist and led me away from Nox. Finally, I got a glimpse of his face. His features were gentle and calm, but his expression looked grave.
Rain. Stand
That's what his voice sounds like?
My.
Thought it'd be more
What have we
girly.
here? Unannounced guests. Well, the more the merrier. I was feeling particularly hungry tonight anyway.
Well, at their sudden intrusion, I am going to end this episode here, guys. We'll see if they eat his ass or get their asses ate by him in the next video. So I thank you all for watching, and bye-bye.